This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Second down now. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Of 38 yards officially, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Around 27-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Kamara, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Winston. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is caught off the deflection. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards.
Sometimes luck is all you need. That was not even the intended receiver on that play.
Well, Johnny on the spot, though.
Yeah, and it turned into a big play for those guys on offense. They'll take it each and every time.
Play fake. Winston. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On play action, Winston under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Logan Wilson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action now, Winston. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Winston. He'll let it go deep for Foster. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. Bell so light on his feet. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
1st down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Zach Ball there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's a run for Panera. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The passing game not in sink here early, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Before he came up to the booth, last thing he says we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Following the interception, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. He's got daylight. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Saints 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
This will be caught about the 5. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
From 6 yards away, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Saints 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Taste out of their mouth here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Winston. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Jameis to throw it. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run for him with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Return The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
Now a caution, bodies here, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
At their own.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
First down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And he's got his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take it in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 15. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. On 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to come out here in the 3rd quarter with a sense of urgency and playmaking ability, and they showed it on that last play.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun again to Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. He's picked off near his own 48. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Adam Troutman, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And a big one loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Saints on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
On that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to John Ross. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
The Bengals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is Harris. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Going up top. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it in the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score is Saints 21, Bengals 14. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense is sputtered. Yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Joe Mixon.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow going to keep this one. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock, too. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Again, it's Kamara. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the 1st half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. A final shot now for Burrow. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.